Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Reynolds. We have RC and Professor Flowers with us on a Friday night. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, man?
Thank God.
Nothing much. Feeling good. You tell me about it. I'll count down this whole week, man. I don't know. I just didn't have an energy this week to go to work and stuff, so I was waiting for the day. Better start hitting the gym even harder now.
I need
to get the energy levels up.
Man, go for a walk. I walk.
I walk every day.
I'm saying no. I'm talking not that type of walk. Get you some headphones. Or your AirPods. Do you about 10 laps, walk and run. Then do your light weight training, and that's all you need, man. You don't need nothing strenuous. You don't need
I do about 30 minutes of weight training. I'm sorry, implement some cardio somewhere in between.
Definitely cardio. Now at this age, you need to start pick up the cardio.
I was running routes yesterday at my son's practice. We were short a couple people, so I was like, let me get out here and show this speed for these youngsters. So they got a little taste of back in the day, they used to call me old prime time too. The second coming.
Which number 37 one?
Hold on. I think I got a little something for y'all.
He almost made me choke. They call it prime time. They know what they call them in due time.
In due time. I played both ways. Corner, so at Southern Miss, they gave everybody nicknames, and that's what they gave me.
Lord.
Y'all see that? Hey, they knew what time was when I stepped on that field.
In due time.
Your boy was a playmaker out there. They say, "Oh, you prime time."
So you was a real live Leon Sandcastle. Real live Leon Sandcastle.
Hey, stop it. Hey, like my boy said, Ben, he said, Ben, you only had some height. I said, yeah, bro. It'll be on another level. I had some height. What's going on, L? How you doing tonight? So let's go ahead. If y'all new to the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Help us out a lot. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell. Get notifications so you know when the show is about to come on. So, did y'all hear the reports of the SFL and the USFL merging?
I love it.
Yeah, I've been wanting that to happen ever since both of them came back.
Right.
I love it.
That's big. That means we got spring football. And I'm gonna be tuning in for real.
They can just keep the same teams in the leagues and just break those up. I say you got the XFL district, and you'll have the USFL district. So they can just conference it that way, and they can cross play each other. I like it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how they gonna do it.
I just gotta find a team, and stick with it. It was the New Orleans Breakers. It was the New Orleans Breakers. I was going for them, so I think I'll stick with them.
I put so much into the Colts and the NFL during the season. The USFL, the XFL, I forget that it comes on. It really doesn't catch my attention as much. Now, I'm not saying it's not bad football or anything. It's just, I guess I'm just so invested that I guess it just passes by me.
Well, and then again, they got to do better advertisement. When the games are coming on, and they let people know, like, hey, tonight, just like they do NFL, the matchup between this and this team's coming on. I don't think we get enough of that.
They got to make household names.
Right. There's too many social media accounts and websites not to buy a little space to put an ad, for your sport.
You talking about TV, man? That's where the big money come in at.
Well, social media too. You can buy if you buy ads on social media. Yeah, you gonna see it on your platform, just like them ads when y'all view stories. Y'all see ads pops up in between stories. Like,
well, that's true.
That's ways to get it out there. There are ways. So, let's go ahead and dive into the NFL. The 49ers, man, they beat down the Giants. It wasn't even a game. They felt bad for Giants. They let them score. But their score was 30-12. RC, go and let you take over from here.
I would say it was a beatdown. The Giants were uber competitive. They fought. I think the NFL, they do away with Thursday night football because both teams coming off a short week. They banged up both teams. I haven't seen a Thursday night football game where I was just biting my fingernails yet. You're not going to see one. It's very hard to really watch at times. 49ers coming off playing Pittsburgh and playing their division rival, the Rams, they started slow. But one thing I like about them, they're very balanced. So, and the defense started slow, and then offense picked them up, and then the defense picked up the offense. So, they went as expected. I just was disappointed. I think they need to do away with Thursday night football altogether.
Really?
It wouldn't hurt my feelings.
I mean, yeah, they'll give me more time to prep and do other things besides, staying
think about it, man.
That's a night.
Think about it. The Saints. Let's use the Saints for instance. They had a tough game that Sunday, then they turn around and play the short week. Say they play their rival, they play the Niners, the Cowboys, whoever. Then you turn around and play a team that's not really that good. That team looks a whole lot better than they probably are because you're banged up. And then just say you went from artificial turf to grass, or from grass to artificial turf. It makes a difference. And so, man, it's just you got a lot of players dropping like flies right now. The NFL need to rethink this Thursday night football.
Well, now it's not only that, but also rethink the turf. Tyreek Hill mentioned that he hates, running on that stuff, that his knees be hurting and everything. So you gotta take that into consideration. But what did you like from that game you saw yesterday night?
What did I like? I mean,
what you like, dislike?
I mean, I like the way the 49ers played. I mean, they like watching paint dry. I mean, they're a very boring football team. They're not gonna get outside themselves. But I saw Brock Purdy make plays that Jimmy Garoppolo can't make. And I said this the other night, that the difference between Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy is Brock's not afraid to push the ball down the field outside the numbers, and it's like he's just very consistent. And what I didn't like was how they was letting the Giants linebacker get through them. It's Callahan or whatever. And they had a great game. They're gonna clean that up.
It was all over the place.
I'm disappointed in the Giants as well. I mean, the Giants gave Daniel Jones all that money, but didn't get him no weapons, and you can tell at times he looks like he's running for his life, and there's nobody to throw the ball to but Darren Waller. So it's very
Darren Waller had a pretty okay game. He had a couple of drops. And, I think then he popped the ball up for an interception on one of them plays. So yeah, he wasn't all that.
But what Daniel Jones put it on him like he was Brett Favre. I mean,
he beat through that thing in there hard.
Yes, funny.
And he was trying to thread the needle in the first place. That linebacker was all over Waller's back. There was no way. So I don't know. Flowers, if you're Dable, how are you rethinking this right now? Saquon's out. Y'all missing, I believe y'all missing the right tackle for the Giants. I think he was out.
Left tackle.
Left tackle was out. So what's your whole thought process going into the next week?
Just try to heal up as much as you can, and honestly, there's really not much they can do. Honestly, the only thing that we can do is just coach his guys up and just try to put the best game plan out there. Just to sum up last night's game, 49ers got a bunch of dudes, and the Giants got nobody, and that was pretty much the game.
Yeah, they was never in the game from start to finish. You just knew that you never had sense of like, watch out for the Giants. They gonna start coming back. You know good and well the Giants wasn't gonna make a push. The way they started the game and the way they ended. So the Giants will fall to 1-2, and that's pretty tough for them, especially being the NFC East. No, not the East. NFC East. All right, so let's move on to our game picks. I'll make sure I get this right. Like, y'all can't be switching up, and I think that will begin me, man. Y'all be switching up. Y'all like, I don't go this way. I don't go that way. Like, y'all trying to fake me out.
Write mine down.
Then blame me for writing it down.
That's why I keep all my stuff every week, just because of what you did the other day.
Write mine down.
One game, Flowers. One game.
You didn't even count you didn't even have the game down. And, come on, man.
Yeah, yo, what's the problem is that with the Saints, they are not in my list sometimes. Cause I have them in my favorites, so they be on top. So I sometimes forget to count that game because they not listed with the rest of the games.
You trying to slide me a secret L, man?
Man, look. So you need all your wins, huh? You need all of them.
I mean, the ones I get right, yeah.
All right. So the Browns are favorite 3.5 coming into this game. They are at home versus the Titans. Flowers, who do you like in this game?
I'm going Titans this week. This is a trap game for the Browns, man, because the Titans take away what Cleveland does best, which is run the ball. I think the Titans are very, very stout up front, and they're going to have to make Deshaun Watson beat them, and I don't think he can do it against Tennessee. So I'm going Tennessee.
RC, what you thinking with Deshaun Watson, how he played this past Monday night versus Steelers? How you feeling about this Brown team?
I'm with Flowers.
Without Chubb.
I'm with Flowers. They're going to miss Chubb. He was averaging 6 yards a carry in that game. They're going to miss him. He's going to be hard to replace. I don't care if they get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It ain't going to work. They realized at this point what I feared Deshaun Watson would be after all those allegations. He is. That time where football has jacked him up. He has enough talent to be better than this. But I think the Titans are so good on defense. They're gonna make it hard for him and get a turnover, and it's gonna be different in the games. So we going Titans. Make Titans.
Titans. You tighten up. All right. Yeah, I agree. I didn't like what I saw from Deshaun. What's actually keeping the Browns in games is the defense. Right now, they rank second in the league. I was like, wow. I don't watch enough Brown games to know they are second in the league, but they are second in the league in defense. So that's really what keeping the Browns, in there. Without Nick Chubb, it's gonna be tough slating for Ford because he's going up against a very good D line in Tennessee. You're gonna get a heavy dose of Derrick Henry with the Titans. Titans, they're just clicking, man. They beat the Chargers, who would have thought they would have done that. And now they're going against the Browns, who just lost against Steelers, and now they trying to figure out what they're gonna do without Chubb. So even though the Browns are favorites at home, I'm taking Tennessee also.
Any update on Chubb Blake?
Not that I heard of, not that I know. So, but D Hop is questionable. Peter Swansgate is out. So that's two big names right there that we know D Hop gonna play. They always list D Hop as questionable. He's questionable every week. So, all right. Falcons versus the Lions. Falcons are 2-0. They coming against the 1-1 Lions. The Lions are favored by 3 in Detroit. RC, you find going with them fighting Lions?
Yeah, they're gonna bounce back. They're gonna be doing this all year. They're gonna be consistent, inconsistent, consistent. I went back and watched the game because I didn't watch the whole game. The game they had last week, and they were actually winning that game. And so, the Browns, the Lions are still trying to figure out how to be contenders, how to be winners, consistent winners. Not playing down. Like how you go from playing the Chiefs and then playing the Seahawks and just play down. Like, this they have a bounce back game. I'm going with the Lions.
All right. Flowers, Ritter. Can they what they have to do to beat the Lions coming into this game?
Offensively or defensively?
Both.
Offensively, Ritter's probably going to have to give them 2 touchdowns in the air to match what they can be able to do on the ground. Defensively, they're going to have to get a turnover. I think Detroit's going to win the game. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. I don't think Ritter can outdo Jared Goff if it came down to it, as far as they had to sling. I think Gibbs probably have a good game. Montgomery is out, so and you put Jahmyr Gibbs. Atlanta's going to run the ball. But I think it's just going to come down to Desmond Ritter making a play or two. And I just don't know if he's going to be able to do it more than Goff. So I'm going to go with the Lions this week.
I'm with y'all, too. I'm going with the Lions. I wasn't impressed by the Falcons win yesterday. Not yesterday, this past Sunday. I was more disappointed in how the Packers gave it up at the end. There was up 2 scores going to the late fourth, and they just didn't convert when they needed to. And with the Lions,
if the Lions screw me over this week, it's gonna be hard to pick them again, man. Like,
right? Because I know Dave Montgomery's out, and I know it's huge. So that means Gibbs is getting the nod as a starter. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna use them. Are they gonna use them in between the tackles, or just out on the flats and stuff? But the Lions, they have potential to pull points. It's the defense that I'm worried about. They seem like they can't get it together. Even with adding that guy from Pittsburgh, the corner from Pittsburgh, adding C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And now I see that Emmanuel Mosley, he's going to be out with a knee and hamstring. So they pretty banged up on the D-line. And Pro Football Focus made a point. They said that the only person that getting pressure on the D-line for the Lions is Aiden Hutchinson. He said that's not going to cut it. Because
is it weird that we in week 2? We're going into week 3, and we got so many people banged up from different teams, man.
It's bad. Yeah.
It's like skill positions. And it's like skill position and offensive lineman. Well, Bakhtiari was out for the Packers.
Hey, I think that's gonna be something with him. He's gonna be in and he's gonna be out.
It's just, I don't know, man. They gonna have to figure out this. I think not playing in preseason is hurting them, and this in the field.
It is.
It's multiple factors. But I like the Lions in this matchup. I know they're gonna be on my parlay. I'm definitely taking. I might take the 2.5. I might bump down 2.5. Guys, it's gonna be a close one. So I'm taking the Lions. Broncos versus the Dolphins. Dolphins are a 6.5 point favorite at home. Broncos coming in 0-2. Dolphins coming in 2-0. Can the Bronco defense slow down in this offense, Flowers?
From the looks of it, what I've been seeing the last few weeks, no. But at the same time, this game has trap game written all over it for some odd reason in my mind. Because Miami's been rolling, they get home, and then we'll be surprised. Everybody's going to go Miami, and boom, they go to stinker, and it'll be Denver's way. But I'm going to choose Miami this week. Now, I probably would stay away from the spread because
pick them straight up.
Yeah, I probably would pick them straight up. I just don't know if they're gonna be able to cover 6.5. I mean, they can. Let's not act like they can't. They can.
Right.
It's just I'm not confident enough to say, well, they're gonna cover it because Denver has been playing bad, but Russell Wilson and them can put up some points. So it can be a back and forth thing. But I'm gonna ride Miami this week.
Yeah, let's not forget the Dolphins haven't been blowing out these teams. They've been close. The Chargers game was close. The Patriots game was close. So I'm guessing the Broncos game gonna be close too. The Broncos, they score in the first half. They just got to figure out in the second half.
Yep.
If they can click in the second half and get the offense going, then they might be a problem. But right now, I'm just not seeing it. RC, Sean Payton, what does he have to do to get this team to get going in the second half?
Get them to play a complete half of football. A complete half. I mean, when I say complete half, no, complete game, not a complete half.
Mm-hmm.
Just finish the deal. They got an opportunity. They've had opportunities to win. I think they're, to me personally, better than their record.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very on down the line, we'll be picking them to win games. This game is a trap game. Uh, Miami's feeling right on a high horse, and Denver's trying to scrap their way. This would be a signature win for Peyton. I just can't see myself taking them this week, but down the line, I see myself taking the Broncos. I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins it is. All right. So the injury list for the Dolphins right now is Tyler Croft's questionable with back. Jalen Wall's questionable with concussion.
Always
But I
hurt.
think, yeah, that's another one that stay hurt. But I'm pretty sure he might play. If y'all having fancy, be weary of that. Armstead questionable. Look, y'all know what Armstead injuries are on this sheet right now. He has back, ankle, knee.
That's like an old man.
I just put the whole body. Just put the whole body.
Throw the whole thing in the trash. Yeah.
And Jalen Phillips, one of the best edge rushers, he's questionable with a back injury. And Woquan Davis is questionable with wrist. So the Dolphins, they banged up. I guess coming off that big game with the Chargers, then playing against a tough team like the Patriots. They limping in there against the Broncos. So look, so far everybody picking the same team. So far, I think we're gonna get into some more tougher games like this one coming up, guys. The Vikings are favorite at home by 1 against the Chargers. 2-0 the battle of the 0-2 teams, right? Justin Herbert, and you have Kirk Cousins. Flowers, which quarterback are you riding with?
You know what? Everybody's going the Chargers way, but damn it, I'm going Minnesota.
Oh. Okay, Flowers. Okay,
I am going.
Tell me why. Tell me why, Professor.
Because I have a fruition that the Chargers are going to go 0-3. Brandon Staley is going to continue to like the buffoon that he looks like as the head coach. They can't stop anybody. You get Minnesota at home. You get Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, throwing 3 and a dime a game, probably over that. He's going to light this secondary up, I think. And then they're at home, 1 o'clock. He always going to put up the big numbers. I just don't think the Chargers – I just don't trust them, man. I picked them for 2 weeks straight. You know what? Maybe this is the week that they get it. Maybe not. But if everybody's going the Chargers way, I'm going Minnesota.
So before I tell you, RC, the Charger has their last defense. They ranked 32. And Minnesota in the pack, surprisingly, at 16.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me what's going to happen.
I'm going with the Vikings as well. I'm gonna tell you why. You got a defensive-minded head coach, and his defense he's got the worst defense in the NFL. That don't make no sense. That is a red flag. They're scoring enough points. But their defense, if you watch them play, it reminds me of the defense the Saints had that won the Super Bowl. They live on the big play. They wait on. They trying to force you to turn the ball over. They like J.C. Jackson on one play kicks off Tua, and the next play he gives up a touchdown to Tyreek Hill. So it's like they live and die on blown coverages and taking chances and risk, and it backfires. But I cannot see myself picking them this week. I can't pick with my heart with my boy Justin Herbert. You put the numbers up, but I'm going with the Vikings as well.
So I understand both of y'all positions here, but I'm going to ride with the Chargers just because I feel like the Chargers are the better team, but they're just not putting it together. At some point,
for the first 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at some point they got to click, guys. I cannot see them going 0-3. At some point they have to click. They was in the game with the Dolphins. They let the late score happen. They got beat playing times downfield. They're going against Justin Jefferson and Addison. And then on the flip side, they lost to a Titan team that kind of just ran it down their mouths, and Tannehill beat them. So the Vikings don't really have a running game.
Are you
So
sure?
it's gonna be a shootout. Yeah, Madison, he been struggling. I think that's why they traded for Cam Akers.
I say stick Cam in there. He might surprise you, but
Nah, he might surprise me.
Why do they need a run game when, like I say, Kurt's giving you 3
So
in a piece?
yeah, it's gonna be a shootout. So I feel like that you have two bad secondaries and you have two potent offenses going against each other. I count on Kirk Cousins screwing it up. At least they got Eckler. You know,
Eckler's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Yeah,
he's
out. Oh, dang on.
Yeah. He changed that pick.
That show is, yeah.
I would feel comfortable if Eckler was playing.
Yeah, me too.
I might will lean that way, but with Eckler not playing, I think that's Minnesota. And then Florida get pressure too. I see Minnesota.
I might not bet on this game.
Yeah, I ain't betting it. I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, if Eckler's playing, I'll definitely bet on it. I think that's why they got him a point. Because I think if Eckler was playing, I think they'll probably swing Chargers away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still gonna take the Chargers. Cause Kelly, he can run down your throat, but he's nothing like Eckler. I'll still take the Chargers because I can't see them going on 3. They too good of a team to go into the hole, especially in the AFC. They need this win bad.
Maybe they need to go into the hole so Staley can lose his job.
Yeah, that might be part of their plan.
Yep. That's a tough one, man. Yeah, I'm staying away from that game. I thought about picking it, but since y'all said Eckler's out, what?
Man, look, I would definitely prop bet that game. Like the completions, the pass touchdowns,
passing yards.
All that.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm probably do it on underdog. I'm probably just go with underdog and
I've been really close, man. I just got to put insurance. If I put insurance on,
well, y'all seen my cards, right? Y'all seen 3 of my cards from last night. I screwed myself with Waller.
Have y'all seen the update? Which I haven't played in about a week, but they have like different multipliers on there now. So
yeah, I seen that.
You can win bigger money and with insurance. So
you can put insurance on some of the multipliers now.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's big. All right. The Patriots are going against the Jets. The 0-2 Patriots versus 1-1 Jets. The Patriots are favorites 2.5 in this game. RC is the battle of the mids. Zach Wilson versus Matt Jones.
Okay, I want to speak on Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson played a good game against the Dallas Cowboys.
He did.
Watch the film. A lot of people giving him flack. I think Nathaniel Hackett need to be fired from the Jets. He's not a great offensive mind.
Hack job.
It's all part. He got the job because Aaron Rodgers is his friend. But I really watched Zach Wilson, and I could say Zach Wilson is playing good enough for them to win. But it was the defense that let them down. They didn't. They let the Cowboys go right down the field and score on them, and I'm like, that ain't gonna work. But so in this game though, they both need to win. I think the Jets get this one. The Patriots, man, they look really bad, man. Like at times they look almost nothing like Belichick, Parcells. Like how their team don't look tough and don't look physical. So I'm gonna lean toward the Jets. It's gonna be a close game.
Yeah. What about you, Flowers?
There's no way in hell
led team.
No way in hell Nathaniel Hackett outcoaches Belichick. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. With the Jets. That what's holding them in with for the Patriots though is the defense. The Jets was defense, but they up some big plays against the Cowboys, and I feel like Matt Jones have been doing better at finding receivers in open down the field and soft zones and stuff. He's been taking.
Are they playing in New York?
Yes. Matt Jones been taking what's been given. He hadn't been forcing a lot of stuff. And I think that's you saw versus the Dolphins, it was close. I mean, he was making some big throws versus them. So I think he's learning from what's the looks of it. That's why I take the Patriots. I feel like the Patriots probably can move the ball better.
And Zach Wilson's gonna get it. So the Jets are gonna turn over the ball.
Oh, Jets O-line's terrible. Matt Judon probably gonna feast.
Yeah, they're gonna turn over the ball. I see a turnover or two in the Jets' future this weekend coming.
So I'm taking the Patriots 2.5 in this game. All right, the Bills and the Commanders. The Commanders are 2-0 at home versus the Bills. Bills are a favorite by 6. Flowers, you taking it?
Now, I'm gonna take the points with the Bills. I probably bump it up because I think this game is gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna take the +8 with the Commanders. Excuse me.
Oh, the +8. So you think they're gonna? You think they're gonna lose by a touchdown?
I think this game gonna be a whole lot closer than what we think. I think the Commanders got a good chance of winning this game.
See, that's why I think I'll take the Bills -6 because I think they'll win by a touchdown.
But I say I feel like I'd be safe with 8 if I went the Commanders' way.
Yeah, cause they would be safe. Cause you be covering it with the 8 if they lose by
I mean, if it's 6.5,
lose by 7.
I just feel like I think it's supposed to rain Sunday. I think it's gonna be a nasty game. The Commanders got one of the best defenses in the league. Man, I want to pick them. I just don't know if I'm ready yet. I just don't know if I'm ready yet, though, man. But I don't know. I might change my mind, but I'm gonna go with the Bills for now. But the Commanders, they can win this game, man.
So, RC, has Josh Allen learned his lesson?
You know, he'll be up and down. I'm picking the Bills this week. I'm gonna tell you why. If let's say the game is a defensive battle, who do I trust? Do I trust Josh Allen, big goofy ass, or am I going to go with Sam Howell? Well, I'm going to have to go with the big goofball because he can make one more play, and Sam Howell's still finding his way. I'm gonna go with what I've seen with my naked eye. I've seen the finished product. 1 week, Josh Allen looked like he could be the MVP of the league. The next week, he looked like he could be out of the league. So I'm hoping he'll show up as the MVP this week. I'm going with the Bills.
All right, I'm second there. I don't have too much going. I don't have too much to say for this game. I mean, I feel like the Bills are just a better team. The Commanders should have lost against the Cardinals. They should have lost against the Denver.
Do not turn over the ball, Josh Allen.
Don't be Superman out there. Actually, if I was Josh Allen, I'll design some run plays against that front 4 instead of just trying to beat them in the passing. Like, let Josh Allen use his legs this time.
Give it to Baby Cook. Baby Cook had 123 yards on the ground last week.
I mean, and Damian Harris, they need to get Damian Harris in space, man. There's no way that they're not using him right. All right. What you say?
Got to talk to the offensive coordinator about that.
Tell me about it. All right. The Jags are favorites against the Texans. -8 going into this game. RC, you love Trevor. You love some Trevor Lawrence. I feel like you're going to pick the Jags.
No, I picked the Jags against the Chiefs. And they're the reason why I'm at the bottom of the freaking picks, picking with the Jags. They're very inconsistent as well, man. I feel like, but I feel like they get Doug Peterson is figuring it out. They're finding their way. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna do them like I did the Lions. They screwed me over this week. They won't get me. I won't pick them no more this year. I won't pick them for a while, so I'm going with the Jags.
He said no more this year. I mean, that was a tough game versus the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they really couldn't score. I was surprised by the Chiefs defense. That's why I got them in fantasy as my backup defense.
A lot of misses in the red zone with Trevor, but the Kansas City defense is probably top 10 defense this year.
Yeah, they playing ball.
Yeah. So RC going Jags. RC, CJ Stroud, what can he do to help his team win?
Nothing. Tell you right now. They drafted a quarterback, and they should have went and got Odell. I'm not saying Odell was going to be a world beater this year. Odell's going to be hurt. But go get Odell and DeAndre Hopkins and just make the kids' life easier. Instead, you got Nico Collins, who's still everybody trying to figure out who the hell he is. I know who he is. But, you got Nico Collins, and you ain't using Dalton Schultz. But I think this week, the Jags defense feast on them again. They don't get their first win this week. I'm going Jags.
Stingley's, he's out this week.
That's bad.
So, Flowers, who you have in this game? I meant to say Flowers. I'm going to say RC again.
Come on.
Who you have?
This is a no-brainer, man. Jackson.
I don't know. You might switch it up.
No. I'm not
Lock of the week.
I just watched Houston play.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's no way in hell I'm picking them to beat Jacksonville. Stroud,
Right.
look, there's nothing wrong with the kid. He just don't have no dudes around him. That's the
That's
only
it.
problem.
Nico Collins.
He is a 2. He's probably a 2, 3 on a great team.
He's coming into his own now. You got me.
He's no disrespect, but he's not number 1. That's not saying that he's bad at anything, but
he's not number
if
1.
you're trying to win football games in this league, you need somebody other than Nico Collins. Like I say, no pun intended. But ETN should have a good game. Calvin Ridley, Stingley's out. Calvin Ridley's gonna have a good game. Jacksonville, they got -8. I would take that. He'll bump it down a point, touchdown lead. Confident with telling you that Jags big this week.
All right. I feel the same way. There's no need to discuss this. There's no be no upset of the week or nothing like that. Texans just not there. Then they missing that best corner. Like, come on. Yeah, good luck. Man, Flower, we did a little deal this past Wednesday. You know, I've been shopping around, and I called Gatwood. He wanted too much. I was like, bro, I'm moving on to the next guy.
What'd you trade?
So like I said, he didn't want JT, so I sent him a package of role players. Because who knows what JT gonna do? I wasn't about to give up star players for JT. So I sent him Hunt. I think I sent Hunt and 2 receivers. They legit. I think they'll help out his roster, especially this running back situation, because some people felt like 5 games were too long in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So
depending on your record.
Yeah, depending on your record. See, Flowers seemed pretty at 2. Me and Flowers, you know what I'm saying? Let me buff my chest out a little bit, sitting up in the top rankings at 2-0. So we can take chances, you know, RC. But I sent Flowers, JT and Gibbs, and he sent me. I finally got Addison. I needed a roster too.
See, that's what got him in trouble right there. He wanted Jordan Addison so bad. I said, okay, hey, you want to take JT in the trade? I mean, I already got Zach Moss, so why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I can alternate those 2, so I can afford to sit Jonathan Taylor for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, I needed a wide receiver too bad because George Pickens, he had a big game, but I wasn't for sure. Then DJ Moore, we're gonna get into DJ Moore. I'm not for sure about him, so I need a solid number 2 bag. I have 3 running backs, so you want Gibbs? You want Gibbs? That's cool. I give you Gibbs. So
you tried to sneak me. You tried to trade me Josh Reynolds. I said, what the kind of shit is this?
For the Rams?
You don't want no Reynolds? What's wrong with
Detroit? From Detroit. You tried to trade me JT and Reynolds for Robinson and Addison. I said, oh hell no.
I'm sitting in the catbird seat. I'm right where I need to be.
That's right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I realized that the way my fantasy football is going, about how the Chargers, I ain't gonna say the Chargers. My roster ain't littered with just awesome word beat. I got a bunch of role players. But I will say this. At some point, fools will start to drop players, and I'm gonna capitalize. So hey.
I ain't want to be this fool, that's for sure.
Hey, see, this is the thing. When you're winning, and you got players just sitting on the bench, you get bored when you win. When you're losing, I'm talking about, man, I be sleeping.
Always make a move.
So look at my phone back down. Yahoo will say I need to sit this person, grab this person. So, it's gonna be epic.
So if you want to step into my office, we can discuss this.
You started off good this week, though, RC. You got 44 points. Now, I don't know if that's gonna help you against me.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy though. That's another thing Purdy does. He throwing a damn ball. He threw it 37 times. I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that. I thought maybe 20. So
gave some points.
I should put up some points.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we gotta make moves out here, RC. I don't see what you're gonna do against Fly. You're gonna fall 0-3 or desperate times call for desperate measures, RC.
What am I trying to
You better hope Chicago can play against Mahomes.
Like I'm looking at my players, man. Players underachieving.
Hey, we'll see. It takes time. Sometimes it takes time for them to get on track. Right. I dealt with that last year. I made a final push to the playoffs, and I was able to get in. I think the 5th seed or something like that. So, I just thought about that, Kyle. We're gonna talk about the Colts next. The Ravens are favorite at home, 7.5 versus the Colts. All right, Mr. Colts man, what you got?
I'm taking the Colts, man. I'm taking the Colts this week. Yes, I am. I'm taking the Colts this week, man. That's the problem with y'all now. Y'all think the Colts don't have no talent.
I watched them. They
got Jonathan Taylor. They can't do this and that. I'm telling you now, this
good defense
is a very, very, very good team. Lamar and the Ravens offense is beat up too. Look, Gardner's starting this week. Anthony's not going to start. I'm cool with it. I'm comfortable with making this pick. I'm telling you.
So Minshew, right? Is it Richard out with a concussion?
Mm-hmm.
So you taking Minshew? You're not getting a running game. You just getting Minshew against that Baltimore defense.
Okay. What is Baltimore defense doing that's so special?
Right.
They're like 22nd, 23rd in the league. Beat up secondary. You know, we have a good offensive line. We can block them. Look, Minshew is not going to hold on to the ball. It's going to be a quick watch. I'm telling you, Minshew is going to be efficient. It's going to be quick. As long as he don't turn over the ball or nothing. Baltimore doesn't have anything that just stands out. Odell's out. They're still learning the offense. You got the youngsters like Flowers, and you got Duvernay. Look, our front seven has been spectacular. I keep telling you this.
Right.
They made a run in our front seven. Every time we play the Ravens, it's close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know with Minshew. Maybe Richardson, you say close,
okay,
but with
I'm
Minshew.
telling you now, this is not Frank Wright calling the game. Shane Steichen and Minshew knew what they're doing. Trust me. It's going to be efficient. He's going to get it out quick. They're going to hand the ball off. It's going to be a balanced game. Even if the Colts lose, it's not going to be by no 8 points. But I'm still going with them this week.
Yeah, I would say they probably win by 6, win by touchdown. I think it'll come down to like final play. The coach got a job to score to tie it up or something like that.
Lamar gonna have to do everything this week. He's gonna have to do everything this week.
So, RC, you joining Flowers with that pick?
Yeah, because it's a bad matchup for the Ravens. You're going off of tradition. You're going off of what the Ravens have been. Like when you look at their offense, they brought in Odell. Don't know if he's going to be available.
He's probably hurt. He's out.
Zay Flowers he's doing, but their run game, they got 2 running backs injured. So I'm gonna lean with the coach. I've actually watched the coach play, and one thing I noticed about them, they got the same. That's why you got to watch these games, man. Like they look just like the Saints in the 49. They look that defense. That defense is for real, and they flying around to the football.
They are flying around.
What they do travels, brother. What they do travels.
I feel that, but Baltimore, they fly to the ball too, so it's gonna be 200 defense.
They used to fly to the ball. You ain't watching the Ravens.
Patrick Queen, he had an awesome game versus the Bengals.
Okay, it ain't hard to have an awesome game against Bengals, bro. The offense sputtering.
See, this is what's gonna keep y'all at the bottom of game picks right now.
Okay.
I'm picking the Baltimore.
We know who you going with.
So Quentin Nelson, one of your best, guards, right?
He's questionable.
He's questionable with a toe.
I know.
Kenny Moore
questionable
with a knee.
Same toe.
I'm just saying, you got 2 corners on the questionable list.
I mean, I don't hear doubtful. I mean, if anybody going into Friday and it says questionable, 9 times out of 10 they play. If it was doubtful, I feel elsewhere. Unless it changes, go ahead.
Tell you being pro. He going off the name.
Yes, he is.
What?
Yeah, just the name. Like you ain't like it's gonna be closer than the experts think. I'm going with the coach.
They must know something. If they got him 7.5, that's because Richardson. Yeah, I feel like with him they can slow the game down.
Whoa! They had Houston beating us last week. So what does Vegas really know?
Yeah,
and then that was a wash. I feel like that was a wash.
That was a damn wash. I told you last Friday what was going to happen, and what happened.
You think about week 1.
I knew the coach was going to be testing not that good. I mean,
but
CJ playing. Go ahead.
Week 1, Houston, Baltimore. They struggle with Houston. Got to watch the game.
I mean, that's new offense, new weapons.
Okay, so I mean, it's the same thing now. and they're banged up. The offensive line's banged up. The secondary is banged up.
Yeah,
Read me
Marlon
Baltimore's
Humphrey's
injury
out,
report. Thank you.
and Marcus Williams out.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm
so
still
you
taking
mean that?
Baltimore.
Okay, I mean
I'm
take
still
them. That's fine. But I'm telling you, you're naive to think Indianapolis is not going to be able to move the ball.
I ain't saying I'm not gonna move the ball. I'm just saying they're not gonna score no
And
points.
stop defense. And stop Lamar enough to win this game. Because Lamar's going to have to do everything.
Stop Lamar, you start the Ravens.
Well, Mark Andrews there, so I ain't too worried about him doing everything.
We'll see.
Yeah. Zay Flowers too shifty for y'all, for your guys, you know. They
We'll
get him
see.
out of space.
Okay. We'll see.
Might get kind of nasty. I'm just saying, Flowers might get kind of nasty. He might break one.
Okay, we'll see.
All right. The Seahawks, RC boy Gino, are favorites against the Panthers at -5.5. RC.
Yeah. Seahawks did right. That win last week saved, not so much saved their season, but got them back on track. Seattle was back on our ass again. I thought maybe they were dying, they were gonna die, be dead. Now they like the Undertaker. They just keep sitting up on your ass, and now you got to deal with them. So I'm taking Seahawks big. Carolina in trouble.
Bryce Young is out, so that means Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, the Red Rocket, which one you prefer, is playing.
The water pistol.
Right. Yeah,
we're gonna see old Andy. Flowers, who you have in this game?
Seahawks. What is Andy Dalton gonna do that Bryce Young can't do?
It's gonna be worse.
I can go on and on. I mean, they can't protect Bryce Young. Why are they gonna protect Andy Dalton? Nobody for Bryce Young to throw to. Who's Andy Dalton gonna throw to? Everybody thinks Frank Wright is this great coach. I've been telling you for the longest, man. They start off slow with Frank, so they'll be 1-5, 1-6, and they'll win a few games here and there, and they'll cough out the rest of the season. But I've been telling you, Carolina doesn't have enough. Plain and simple. Seattle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They can barely protect Bryce Young. He can run. Andy Dalton can't move. He's a statue back there. So he gonna get it 10 times worse. Being back there, getting pressure from the Seattle defense. And like you say, he don't have that many weapons. So good luck to you, Andy. Even though Seattle has DK, you're gonna have to bring out bazooka, not a rifle. You're gonna have to bring out bazooka. So DK is questionable. William Disley is out. Charles Cross is out. Jared Reed is
Charles Cross, Lower Mississippi.
Right. Mississippi State. Woodland's doubtful. Kobe Bryant's out. Jamal Adams questionable. Julian Love questionable.
He's always hurt.
And he got paid being hurt. I never seen nothing like that. I mean, basically the whole Seattle secondary is hurt.
Luckily, Carolina doesn't have any.
They can't throw.
They can take the top off.
Yep, pretty much. All right, the Cowboys are playing against the Cardinals, the 0-2 Cardinals. The Cowboys are our favorite 12.5 going into this game. Flowers, Joshua Dobbs. Can he compete with this Dallas Cowboys defense? Oh yeah, big news, right?
Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs out ACL.
I hate that for that young man. Hate that, man. That's tough.
Before we talk about this game, it's not, it's gonna be real short. What did y'all think about Bart Scott comments?
What did he say?
Y'all didn't see the video? Let me see. Can I sum it up? He pretty much said every year something always bad happening to the Cowboys. Hence, Trayvon Diggs. So he made reference of something bad, always going on with the Cowboys, and he mentioned Trayvon Diggs' injury, and everybody was tagging him because they say it was in poor taste, and it was very it was a low shot, a low blow.
That's just people just in their feelings. I mean, he's right.
He's right.
I mean, because something bad always happens to every team, as far as injuries or something. But I think what Bart probably means is Dallas has everything going their way right now, and for something like this to happen, it's like they have the worst luck. I don't think he's taking a shot.
Yeah, that's what I took it as. That he was just mentioning, like, yeah, something bad happened. That was very unfortunate for the Cowboys. Something always happened to him every year, and this is another thing that happened to him. And Marcus Parsons, man, he wrote like a paragraph to Bart Scott.
Oh, Lord.
Called him soft and lame, and the old heads always hating and all this type of jazz. So
see,
he
I
was
feel like
going
Michael
off on.
Parsons is talking too much now. Like we know the kid can play and stuff, but
I want to look into.
go ahead.
I'm gonna look into the camera and say it's a Michael Parsons. Probably won't even reach him. You're the Karl Malone of the National Football League. Every year you putting up big numbers in the regular season. You get to the playoffs, you don't touch Mr. Irrelevant or Mr. Purdy.
That's true.
Mr. Irrelevant or Jimmy G. You didn't touch neither one of them. Like you did y'all? He did nothing in the playoffs. Nothing.
You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna win the Defensive Player of the Year. But if you saw Bart in the alley, he'll beat your ass. I guarantee you, you don't want no smoke with Bart. My issue with these guys is,
oh my God,
Bart is correct. Do you remember the year the Cowboys was putting up crazy numbers and Dak broke his foot? I'm like, damn, like it just something's gonna happen.
2-3 years ago.
Yeah, something's gonna happen. Man, he ain't lying. If you wrote a paragraph on behalf of Trayvon Diggs, man.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, I don't see. Can I pull it up for y'all? So Flowers, can Joshua Dobbs do something against the Cowboys defense?
Our Heavenly Father, we pray for Joshua Dobbs. Because Lord knows.
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. Look, I wish him well, but look, you still got to deal with the pass rush. You still got a back end that's pretty solid. Even though Diggs is out, Arizona doesn't have the personnel that can probably challenge it. But probably further on down the road, since there's a little chink in the armor, some teams would be able to challenge it, but not Arizona. Dallas, I probably would play that. I probably would play it. Yeah, 12. I would think they cover that. I would go Dallas big. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I think I have the video right here, so I can show it real quick. But you taking the 12? I don't know. Sometimes the Cowboys, they let me down sometimes. I don't know. All right, here's the video so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Major blow for Dallas. And like Stephen A. always says, just wait. Something bad always happens.
No, don't start that. Don't start that.
Let me tell you. No. First of all, I wouldn't do that right now. In all seriousness, RC, this is a season-ending injury, so I'm certainly not going to joke about that with Trayvon Diggs, my brother.
Respect.
I got a lot of.
I'm so sick of Stephen A. Everybody, your brother.
Yeah, he was making fun of Lonzo knee.
Yes, he's so inconsistent. Like, dude, listen, man. People are so freaking sensitive. When I tell you. But Stephen A., everybody can't be your brother. Your mama ain't got that many children. I'm so sick of that something gun there. 5 heads, not 4 heads, 5 heads. Everybody, Trayvon Diggs, my brother, best. I love him, my brother from another mother. The dude got hurt. The Cowboys consistently get injured. The 49ers get hurt every year. Every year.
Everybody deal with injuries.
They were talking about Christian McCaffrey. That's what like. How that was disrespectful coming. He was right.
I will say this.
He had a little smirk when he said it though.
Yeah, the way you said it, did bring up the Stephen A. reference. I kind of see why Parsons might have took a little offense. But still, man, come on, man, you saw like it happened, nothing can change. Like I say, you have to just move on and play without him. But don't act like Bart Scott couldn't play football, Michael Parsons. That I would not tolerate.
Right.
Like he went places that you haven't went yet. You hadn't been in no NFC, AFC championship game, anything like that. Won a second round playoff game. Bart Scott is a pretty good damn player, man. But
it whooped his ass.
Yeah, he was taking some mean shots at Bart on Twitter. So it's just weird, man. I feel like Cowboys gonna take it. RC, you agree?
Yeah, I don't have no respect for Twitter fingers. Social media.
Well, that's what Micah had. Micah.
Yeah.
He's always talking on Twitter. So I guess kids have a lot to say these days.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Steelers. The Raiders are favorites against the Steelers, 3-3 versus the Steelers. So Jimmy G, they have them. They picking them. RC, they riding with them. Are you gonna ride with them?
Ain't
Ride
no
or
way
die?
I would never take the egg sucking dog. And tell you why. These two teams are mirror images of each other. Very inconsistent on offense. Don't have a true identity. The Raiders could have an identity, just turn around and hand the ball over to Josh Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, the Steelers too, with Najee Harris, they both have the same issue. These two franchises in the past used to be like the pillars of the National Football League. They were feared by a lot of teams. Now they just a shell of themselves. But those teams, what those teams did good back in the day was run the football, and neither one of these teams can really do that right now. So, but I'm gonna take the Steelers.
All right, yeah, sounds good to me. Flowers. Are you with Vegas on this one?
No, definitely not. Like I said, too much inconsistency. But the one thing I will say about the Pittsburgh Mike Tomlin Black Air Force Steelers is that any team that's inferior to them, they will beat. The Raiders are inferior.
Yep.
Go with the Steelers. As long as TJ Watt is up and healthy, he can wreck a game. He'll probably wreck this game Sunday. Give me the Steelers.
Jimmy will have a turnover to cost him the game.
Yeah, I can see that.
The Steelers defense looked pretty good versus Deshaun. So it's all about Devontae Adams going to have a big game. If Jimmy G can stay clean in the pocket, I think that's where the issue lies with those two. If they can get Adams the ball and Jimmy G can stay clean in the pocket. So I'm taking the Steelers 2. Bucks versus the Eagles. The Eagles are favorite -4.
Good game.
Jalen Hurts versus his defense. Pro Football Focus said they think the Bucks gonna blitz the mess out of Jalen.
Yep.
How you think you see this game going? Flowers. I think.
Flowers.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
I'm scared of this game right here.
Yep.
Y'all seriously taking the 2-0 Bucks?
Man, they good. You gotta watch them play. They
You
fight.
keep saying you gotta watch them play. See, I had the same TV as you.
Yeah, but this is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What the Saints doing? You keep checking on the Saints. Like I really take a break. Like this weekend, I'll really get a chance to really watch because my team has already played, but it's not bad, man.
Because
2-0 teams.
Everybody's not doing what they did last year to Philly. Like we've seen Cousins have success. We've seen Matt Jones have success. Baker Mayfield is out to prove a point. He's been proving his point for the past 2 weeks. Everybody's not just playing this one safety over the top, and A.J. Brown's getting over the top of everybody and bombing them. They're making Jalen Hurts trying to throw to beat people. I just don't think Philly is really figured out themselves yet. Defensively, they're still struggling. You know what? I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going Tampa Bay this week. I'm going to take the Bucks.
All right, Flowers. Ride with Baker.
Mm-hmm. I'm Rob Baker this week.
I see you gonna join your buddy over here.
Nope. I'm going with the Eagles until I see them lose. But I agree with everything he said. Watching Tampa Bay, if Baker gets this win this week, though, it's gonna get real scary.
Guys.
It's gonna get real spooky. But I'm going with the Eagles.
They shouldn't have beat the Vikings.
Listen,
right?
What I want you to do before you do this, can you please take your heart out your division and do this? Be unbiased.
All right.
Go ahead.
So yes, the Baker has been doing a wonderful job with his offense with Rashad White. Mike Evans look like he's been rejuvenated. Like they can't cover him right now.
Right.
Is he the new can't cover Mike? Can't guard Mike? And Godwin, he been solid in between, the numbers.
Change my pick. I'm looking at the injury report. Give me the Eagles.
Oh yeah, Cody Mayock.
I'm looking at
Devin White.
Devin White. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Calgie. Yeah, Kelsey. Carson Davis toe. Whoa.
But the Giants got a lot of players out, man. Them NFL still something's in the water. Next man up is real in the NFL.
If Bill Bay doesn't play, Bucks don't stand a chance.
Yeah, they're gonna run right at that hole.
Yeah, and the Eagles should have Gainwell back. I believe he should be back.
Yeah, give me the Eagles. Yeah, Bucks not going. I don't think they're gonna be stout enough on both sides of the ball.
If the Bucks did have all them guys, I'm still picking the Eagles. The Bucks, I don't think they're on the Eagles level in the first place. So I would like to see them try to put up points versus this defense and see if Baker can't turn the ball over. God, that's been his main issue is turnovers too. And we talk about the matchup between the corners, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, that's a tough slate for those guys to try to compete with those individuals. So with all that being said, the Buccaneers, I mean, they 2-0 sound good for them, but I think that's a fraud. I don't think they just that great. I mean, they just beat mediocre teams like the Bears and the Vikings. This is a real test, not no pre-test.
And if Lovey blesses hard. If Lovey blesses the house off the one-on-ones, yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, because like I said, they should have dropped the game versus the Vikings. Kirk Cousins showed up and had 2 interceptions. He had one in the red zone. Then Justin Fields, he's seeing not seeing anything. I would about to say he's seeing ghosts. I don't know he's seeing ghosts right now. I mean, so yeah. I skipped 2 games. My bad, guys. The Saints versus the Packers. The Packers are favorites by 1.
Games
Flowers
in Lambeau.
In Green Bay. Jordan Love versus Derek Carr. Who you riding with? Flowers.
Give me the Saints. I'm going with the Saints.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
I just don't know, especially with Bakhtiari being out. I just don't think if the game is ahead, if the Packers are ahead, Jordan Love is fine. But if the game is close, I just don't think Jordan Love is experienced enough yet or shown us enough for me to be able to trust him if this is going to be a close game. So give me the Saints.
RC, Jordan Love, are you sold on him? Or you still have questions marks about him?
If Aaron Rodgers would have been playing the Saints, I would easily go with the Packers over the Saints. The Saints are winning this game.
After what we did to Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago?
Doesn't matter. Because I know
same
you
receiver group.
I know you're implementing something new. I know you're still learning. I watched you against the Carolina Pussycats, and they struggled mightily until the second half. So
I wouldn't say struggle. We missed some key opportunities. Our O-line struggled.
You're still implementing something. You're still growing as an offense. You know, the Saints will be really good later on in the season. But right now, you know, you're still implementing something. You're not comfortable with what you're doing.
I think we're gonna get there. Like I said, the games that we been playing, we haven't been scoring on red zone. I think that's the problem. It's the red zone play, and
once you get Kamara back, that's gonna change too.
Yeah. And as you saw it when they ran with Taysom, I believe Taysom had over 7 yards a carry.
I got something to say about him though. I think the Saints. This is what Dennis Allen is he's a copycat. Even when the way he walks down the sideline, he acts like he's Sean Payton, you know, with the fist pumping. I'm watching him with the pencil in his ball cap and acting like he's writing something down. Dude, listen. You know, bring it, Taysom Hill in after Derek Carr throws 3 straight passes.
That's Pete Carmichael. That's
dumb, man. You breaking the guy's chemistry.
Why? It's working.
No, it's not working. You have 1-0 doing that. You missed the playoffs 2 years in a row doing this.
Cause we had Andy Dalton.
Exactly.
Cause Andy Dalton. Come on, man. It's working. It's working.
The reason why Jameis
he won the game versus Seattle for us. It's working.
That's the reason why Jameis is not a starter for y'all, because Jameis is a rhythm passer. He needs reps. He needs to, like, when he's going on a drive and he's hit 5 in a row, you don't bring in Taysom Hill for the
what? I know you need to get again rhythm, throw interceptions.
No, listen. Don't do that, man. You was just with dude last year. Now, but my
And
point is
another thing though. Go ahead and see.
my point is, man, I don't think that's necessary in this. Make him find this dude a position and leave him there. Like nobody's scared of Taysom Hill, dude. Like that dude is overrated to me. Like basically, he
Come
could
on,
put.
RC.
Yeah,
Man, stop
Think
that.
about what RC's saying
Stop
though, in
that.
a sense.
I know what he's saying, but
listen to me real
different.
fast. When they bring Taysom Hill in the game, what do you expect?
A run.
You cannot be that predictable.
Come on, man.
But
Talk
it's
to
working.
me.
Y'all don't understand. Now he
It
averaged
worked.
70
It's
yards a
worked
carry.
last week, but like from week to week, if you seeing the same thing from week to week, can you expect that to really work?
And what is he? He's a quarterback. So you thinking run? We did it a couple years ago with Rashid Shaheed. They thought Taysom was running, and he stopped and threw a pass to Rashid Shaheed for a touchdown.
Of course, that wrinkle is in there. But I think all RC's saying is y'all too predictable.
Right.
Hey, Taysom Hill, he's a beast. When he get in there,
no doubt.
He always bring positive yards.
But this is my thing. This is my thing. Answer this. Not only are you predictable, but is it producing wins and playoff victories and Super Bowl championships?
You can't have a playoff victory if we never had the right pieces. We never had a quarterback. We have a quarterback now. Look, we 2-0.
Taysom Hill been there a long time now. He's in the 30s. He's probably about 34.
Yeah, we went to playoffs. We went to playoffs with Taysom doing
you lost to the Vikings. You lost to the Vikings. I remember.
It wasn't his fault. Remember, hold on. Thanks for bringing that up. If they would have kept feeding Taysom, we'd have won that Vikings game.
But make him a running back. You want to feed him?
He is. It's just all depends on the package.
Tight end, quarterback.
Yeah, it's all depends on the package. I'm trying to tell you, if Taysom, remember that 60 yard he had against the Vikings in the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you what
feasting on him.
I'm gonna tell you what Taysom gonna end his career. He gonna break your heart. Y'all better never let him. Y'all better never let him end up in Denver. He gonna end up in San Francisco, either Denver. Because guess what? They the only ones. He coming to 49ers. He can take Hughes' check spot and play fullback. Yeah, and play tight end.
He big
Kyle
enough.
Shanahan will use him differently. He will not be playing quarterback. That's over with. Like they run the college offense when he come in. You know what time it is. But my point is with this game though, New Orleans should beat the Packers.
They should, but it worries a little bit. They should.
I'm going with the Saints.
Yeah,
Kamara come back
next week.
Next week. Mm-hmm.
So this game is a toss-up for me. I'm still around with my team, but I can see this game going either way, especially if our offense don't get it clicking in the first half. We've been scoring in the second half, not the first.
I'll never pick against my team. You careful that shit. I don't give a damn who we
play. Hey, you coughing up. You coughing up 17 picks right there.
That's one. Hey, that's fine.
that's fine. hey, we're gonna put you in for last every year for a pie in the face every year.
I did last year. It's fine. I wouldn't last year.
Yeah, cause y'all a good team. What happened if when y'all turn into the Texans? You still pick me every year?
He'll be real.
Okay, I got to be real then, but right now I'm not picking against him. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, let's go back some. The Chiefs are favorites in this game, 12.5 against the Bears. So I want to show you this clip right now. I don't have the Justin Fields clip when he said about the coaching. I'm pretty sure y'all saw it.
Yeah, we heard and seen it all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I didn't put that clip, but I saw the one with DJ Moore. I thought that was pretty interesting. So y'all listen up. Here we go.
Go Gadget. They ain't using you right. What's up, baby?
You heard it? Devin White. Y'all want to play it again? Did y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Devin White.
You know what happened during that game, right?
What?
They did a screenplay 3 straight times, and the Bucks picked the third.
Yeah. Right. It was that because the Bears on their 5-yard line or 6. Mm-hmm. It was close to the end zone. They picked them off. DJ Moore, RC, he said they ain't using him right.
Well, Peanut Tillman is an FBI agent, and he tipped or warned the Bears organization about what was going to come down with the DC. Now, y'all help me. Y'all bring me up to speed. Did the whole coaching staff go?
So hold on. I heard about the FBI thing. So what happened?
Something. This guy got some stuff at his house.
Chicago denied. The Bears
extremely sensitive stuff at the house. I don't know what he had, but my thing is this, man. It's a lot going on there, and I feel like this is one of them games you got to be careful with too, because they could rally and win this game, but they're not going to. But you don't know. I think the Bears, this all this media attention, is like it's like it's like hard to understand. Like how do you finish the season? You're only in the third game of the season. Like where we go from here, especially with the young quarterback. A lot of these guys are young players, and everybody's talking about. It's almost like their offense is being put on like under a microscope in front of the world, and it's really hard to watch. And then the coach, this is his first year, and he don't look like he know what's going on. But the Chiefs might beat the dog shit out of them, man. They're gonna do more than cover. But I just wish,
look what they did to Giants, man.
But I just really just want to say this. The Bears got the nicest uniforms in the NFL. They got the nicest color scheme, bro. They can go all orange
and blue.
They can go with the blue. Orange. And they be getting
mollywop.
They be getting their man. Listen,
the orange beat out of them.
Like, but I want to say this too. We need to start paying attention to we pay attention to the players and the players not living up to the hype. These coaches that the Bears didn't have should never have jobs again in the National Football League. Like Nagy, he was just as bad.
Matt Nagy, where did Matt Nagy go?
He's in Kansas City, the offensive coordinator. You can tell.
Right, cause he studied under Andy Reid, didn't he?
Yeah. It be their names, bro. Nagy and Evil Flukes. Like, bro, come on, man. Like
Evil Flukes. He came from the Colts now.
Defensive coordinator, though.
Come on. Get you.
That's what I'm saying. So Justin Fields, he came out and said it was the coaches. Then he like, nah, y'all took it out of context. No, they didn't. You shouldn't start off with saying you should start off with coaches. No, bro. They didn't take it out of context. You said it. You said so.
They fired Lovie Smith. He was 10-6.
Yep.
They didn't bring him in DC. They didn't bring him in DC.
But this goes back to what was this? 10 years ago, maybe when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
He was 10-6, successful. Few years off the Super Bowl, and they fired him. And then they hadn't won ever since they fired him too.
Right.
And been back to the playoffs.
Right. Same with Carolina with Ron Rivera.
Yep.
Right.
So, Flower, what you saying to Justin Fields right now?
Depending on what he need to hush in the media or what he need to do about this game.
Everything, his play, what he said to the media as a personnel for the Chicago Bears.
In my honest opinion, just on the sideline watching, I feel like we always want these players to be honest, and then when they're honest, we want to hold our mouth and say, "Oh my God, he said that."
He said that.
We can't have cake and ice cream and everything else to eat it. So he said something. I don't think he legitimately meant to cause a ruckus, but he said it, and of course the media is just gonna take what you say and run with it. So he had to come back the same day, do another presser, and say, "When trying to blame the coaches, whatever happens, it's on me." Should have said it the first time. So you wouldn't have this now. But I mean, he said what we already know.
We already
not using them right. I mean, it's obvious. Not using them right.
In his subconscious, it was coaching and just came out. You just start out. You don't start off with saying when they ask you that type of question like coaching, then you go into elaborate. No, it was on his mind. He knows, and DJ Moore knows that the coaching and the play calling sucks. And that he's thinking more about the play calling than actual playing. Because he said in the presser that, he's doing too much thinking. Like, he just need to go out there and fill the game and play. And as you saw on that touchdown pass where he had the guy, I'm pretty sure he saw him. His vision was lined up. I'm pretty sure he saw him, but he didn't pull the trigger for whatever reason. He thought his eyes were lying to him. He's like, no way, that man just wide open like that.
Didn't trust it. He didn't trust.
He didn't trust. So he thinking too much. He like, hey, that could be a zone. That could be a guy hiding in the middle field. I don't know. I ain't gonna throw that. So he not trusting what he's seeing. So he clearly thinking way too much about the concepts. So the coaches need to bring it down some, or they need to simplify it as much as possible. That's what great coaches do. They simplify the offense and try to make it, more feasible for the player. And I think Justin Fields digging his grave in Chicago. It's just a matter of time for this thing.
You know what's sad though? Where did he go from here?
That's true.
He leaves the Bears. You know how the NFL do quarterbacks, black quarterbacks that fail at their first go around, they automatically become backup, like Tyrod Taylor, Smith, and all those guys. Like
that's a good question.
Justin Fields, with his talent and athleticism, he get a second chance somewhere. I
think
as a backup,
Washington would be
because Ron Rivera had Cam, so he knows that type of play style already.
If I'm Washington, I get on the phone and I call Chicago.
What about Atlanta? Just anybody, just
Ritter, Bijan, Robinson, and Fields. That'll be the coach. There's a couple of Saints coaching staff on there for the Falcons, and they had Taysom, so they know how to fit in game plans for that.
Tennessee, you don't know.
Well, Levis.
No, please don't send me to Tennessee. No.
That would quarterbacks go to.
Of course,
in their career.
I'm just naming some names.
What's another? Maybe the Browns. Maybe the Browns. With Deshaun.
Browns and
Deshaun. I don't think they sold on Deshaun. I just
they
locked in.
They paid him too much money. See, that's what happened. RC, there you go, your man. They paid him too much money. Now they stuck.
But it's not that they don't got a great player, because he is. He just was out of football too long. He got to get back acclimated to playing football.
How long is it going to take? We've been giving him a pass for a year.
Listen, bro,
2 years.
You would not be saying this if he was in New Orleans. Get it, man, time.
I
don't give a flag too. I saw him playing like that.
Really, and I know they play different positions. Calvin Ridley was out 2 years also, and I can't tell.
But
yeah, exactly. Like RC, we gave him a pass in a year. This is just his third year, right?
Yeah. You talking about Fields or you talking about Watson?
I'm talking about both. I'm comparing. This is Fields, third year, right?
Yeah.
So, and we expecting him to make the next step. So how many times we gonna give these guys chances? RC, like
this is Cleveland. Only person who ever won there is LeBron James. This is Cleveland. Nobody won in anything. Baseball, nothing. Football, nothing. This is Cleveland. So everything's different in Cleveland. They talk about freaking Dallas being cursed. Cleveland damn sure is cursed. Like what happened to Nick Chubb is just weird. It's just the weirdest thing ever. He's been injured before, but it's just Cleveland.
I haven't seen a hit like that in a while.
I would love which I was pissed off at the lick because he didn't have to take his leg. But I would love to see Deshaun. Deshaun should took his ass to Atlanta or New Orleans.
New Orleans was a perfect fit because we catered like we don't want in New Orleans. You don't have to be. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm throwing my bid out there for Deshaun. I'm letting Deshaun know he messed up.
Why would you want to trash
in New Orleans?
Though?
But I'm just saying. Listen, in New Orleans, a quarterback don't have to be a world beater. We have a great defense, right? So that's why Derek Carr already knew where he was going. He said, man, the New Orleans Saints have a great defense. I'm going to play for that team because he knows there's not on his shoulder. But now Cleveland defense was terrible last year. They are much better.
Good this year.
Yeah, they're good this year. So Deshaun, he has no excuses. None. I mean, he got Elijah Moore. They bring in Elijah Moore. He got David Njoku. He got Amari Cooper. He got Jones. He got Nick Chubb.
He got a lot of people to throw it to.
Come on.
He had 7 games last year. You had an all season. You had OTAs. You had a training camp.
Right.
No excuse.
Yeah.
That's what Justin Fields like. He got built a bad hand Chicago.
That ain't work. Gatwood, I tried, sir. It ain't work. At this
hey,
point,
Gatwood was so funny. He saw my comments about Deshaun. He gonna say, "I'm still rocking with my dog."
Hey, look, I believe some woman out there in America massaged Deshaun's ability to play football right clean out his body. He ain't did shit. I'm talking about them uniforms they had on last week were too clean for him to come out there to do nothing in. It's like, come on, man. Deshaun, we need more, man. You know, you're making too much damn money to do nothing.
Too much money. That's why, man. I really hope it work out for Fields. I want him in New Orleans. I would love to have Fields, but of course we got Derek Carr. He just needs some coach to just believe in him, just like they believe in CJ Stroud. I feel like they about to.
He's a good offensive coach, man. That's all
it needs. Maybe the Rams.
Yeah.
How long Stafford's gonna be there?
Please no.
How long Stafford gonna last?
He'll do good to sit.
He'll do good to sit 1 or 2 years behind Stafford, then let him take over.
I don't know if McVay can coach a black quarterback.
It's like you for the culture, RC.
I'm gonna tell you why it'd be hard for McVay. If you watch Stafford force feed his favorite receivers, that's how Calvin got in the Hall of Fame. Calvin was going to the Hall of Fame anyway, ladies and gentlemen. But he made sure he went. He threw him the ball triple coverage. Like Matthew Stafford is Kobe Bryant of football. Like he's gonna overdo whatever. Like Kobe's gonna shoot over a triple team. Matthew Stafford would throw into a double team, triple team. That boy getting the ball. Puka Noah, whatever his name. Puka something. Nucic or something. But listen, that kid had 14 catches, but he didn't want him. He wouldn't even. He was just.
What's he?
When he turned around, I'm talking about dude. Like that dude.
That's wild.
That dude was getting his ass tore up. And all the other guys is just running their routes hard and not getting the ball. Once Matthew Stafford
didn't he have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, he had broken ribs. Like, dude.
Well, he's a $180.
No, he's a big dude. Funny story though, real quick. Aaron, dude is a rookie, so he's in there getting his rib checked out. And he's in the ice tub or something like that. And Aaron Donald comes through. He really don't interact with Aaron Donald because he's a rookie, and they say rookies don't talk to Aaron Donald. So Aaron Donald said, "How you feeling?" And dude was like, "I'm all right." Really, he hurt. Mm-hmm. He's like, "What you got?" He said, "Ribs." Well, you should be fine. That's what Aaron Donald said. And he said he told Aaron Donald, "Yeah, I'll be fine." And he put that thing on the and re-injured himself because he didn't want to let Aaron Donald down. Man, forget that. I was like, "Hey, I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt."
He like that. He like, you should be fine. Like, nah, I ain't fine.
I'm like, I'm hurt. Hell no, I ain't good. I'm hurt, dog. I said, I'm hurt.
So sorry guys for going on a tangent. So everybody picking the Chiefs. That's how bad this game was. Like, we didn't want to discuss this.
I wanted to add one more thing. I'm quick. Mm-hmm. Bears, bad offensive line, third string center.
Wow. No, you're going to get beat this week.
I wanted to let you know. Third string center will be starting this week against Chris Jones.
Woo. Yep, you're right.
Beat to sleep.
A. Jackson's doubtful.
It don't matter.
Look, give me some points this week, Mahomes. Need some good points.
Everybody picking Chiefs?
Yep.
No doubt.
Ain't gonna play underdog. Play those players. An underdog, the Chiefs players.
I'll take Justin Fields in total yards. Cause they're gonna be down.
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe I'll take his rushing yards, but total, I'd be scared. I mean, the Chiefs, the way they playing defense
they probably won't have them set too high in passing. I think.
The way the Chiefs playing defense right now, I don't even think Fields is going to be able to breathe. I don't even see him getting over 200 total yards. But unless he just breaks one big on the ground.
I can see that.
I don't see, like, if he doesn't, I don't see him going over, let's say, 220 total yards. I don't see it.
I'm curious to see what underdog have the Bears. Because sometimes they like to sell them short, like really short. Depending on the game.
I'm going under on DJ.
Just like they had McCaffrey short. I think they had McCaffrey at 112 yards total. That was crazy. I took that in a heartbeat.
Yep.
Some they give you, some they try to trick you with. You just gotta look at it that way.
Mm-hmm. And they gave us Eli Mitchell with 28 yards. I said Eli gonna get 28. Cause the game gonna get out of hand, and they're gonna use Eli. So I took that 28 too. Last game, Bengals are favorites versus the Rams at home, -2.5. We talked about McVay and them boys, Matthew Stafford, Puka, Aaron Donald. RC, how you feel like the Rams match up against this Bengals team?
Well, for these teams, one team needs to win. That's the Bengals. Both teams need to win, but the Bengals really need to win to get back on track. I think the Rams are sneaky good. They impressed me. They got a bunch of young guys. Kyrie Williams, the running back. Puka Nua. I hope I'm saying his name right. He impressed me. I kept saying he's not that good. It's a system, but he kept catching the ball, even though it was hitting him upside the helmet. Defensively, where they supposed to be. Aaron Donald is wreaking havoc. He shows up with bad intentions. And guess what, y'all? It's a Super Bowl rematch. And the offensive line they had in the Super Bowl, the Bengals had in the Super Bowl, was a whole lot better than the one they have right now. So I think Aaron Donald probably gets a sack or two in this game. Burrow can't take no more licks, but he's gonna get hit Sunday. So I'm taking the Rams.
RC Burrow, is he ready to play? Flowers. Is Burrow ready to play against
I'm not
this Rams
sure.
team?
It's gonna
I'm
be tough.
honestly
Who's the
not
backup?
sure. That's a good question. The Patriots signed Greer off their practice squad, so that was a slick move by Belichick. He knew what he was doing. He did that. So I don't know who they back
Trevor
is.
Trevor Siemian.
Oh, Trevor Siemian.
Mm-hmm.
I heard today that the owner had Joe on a golf cart driving him around, talking to him. He was throwing it in practice. I think it's dangerous to play Joe this game. Honestly,
he's not healthy.
I don't think it's a good idea, especially with somebody like Aaron Donald out there. Aaron Donald's known to tackle you and gator roll you.
Yep.
I've seen it. Look, when they played us 2 years ago, when we had Carson Wentz, man, he hit Carson Wentz and he rolled Carson Wentz's ankles. And that's how Carson Wentz ended up with 2 sprained ankles. He gator rolled him pretty good.
Carson Wentz made a Guinness Book of World Records. I've never seen no shit like that in my life. 2 sprained ankles.
He had 2 sprained ankles, man. Like, I'm like, how?
That's wild.
That's another story. But I think the Rams are going to win this game. I just don't think it's a good idea for Joe to play. And if he does play, I just still don't think the continuity is there for the Bengals, man. Like I said, offensive line is bad. I still don't know what they have defensively. And Sean McVay I give him credit. Sean McVay in one offseason fixed the offensive line. They're playing better. They're just holding till Cooper gets there. They'll be able to move the ball on the Bengals. I just think the Rams probably a little more prepared than the Bengals right now.
Yeah, Burrow, he needs to sit out a few weeks because that injury is not going to go away anytime soon. He just need to take it easy. He's not moving in the pocket very well. As you can see, the offense is not clicking very well. So why play him? Just try to get him healthy and try to get the team back on track. I think that's the best way to look at it. And they're not looking the same. I know, like we mentioned last episode, they had a slow start and everything, but this looked kind of different from that slow start. They were putting up points in that slow start. They were still scoring. Chase was still having big plays. I don't even think Chase had a touchdown yet.
Nope.
So that bothers me. I want to pick the Bengals, but they haven't done anything for me to say, okay, they're getting it back. The defense gonna play a lot better. And with Puka been playing Tutu Atwell and Van Jefferson, then it's gonna be a hard matchup for them corners and them safeties, especially the new safeties.
Them names, bro. Tutu Atwell.
Tutu Atwell.
Hey, Tutu, come here.
Hey, Tutu Puka.
He's fast as hell.
And then what's his name? Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams is good.
Yeah, he looking like a stud. RC, you picked him up in fantasy, I believe. You stole him. I was looking for him. I put
what you
need
with him, man? You can't have all the people on your team, man.
Trade baits. That's why I use people for trade that I know people need. But yeah, man, he looking solid. I see why Cam Akers got that boot because when they give Williams the ball at the goal line, he scores. Like he ain't getting denied.
I wish Cam Akers would come out with a tell-all about why in the hell he was in the doghouse for the past 2.5, 3 years in Los Angeles.
Right.
Well, what the hell is going on?
I also feel like Sean McVay's fake, man. Cause he was doing the all season, he was like acting like Cam Akers was his buddy. He like, yeah, that's gonna be my dog this year. That's my ride or die right there. He gonna be the starter. He gonna get things done.
It's something going on. It's something.
Yeah,
It's something
that was
going
kind of
on.
messed up by Sean McVay to boost him up like that. And then when the season started, that's it. Nothing.
Same thing last year.
Maybe what? Maybe y'all think it's something
the year before?
Yeah. Well, no, it was last year. It started 2 years ago. Then it carried on to the past season. Do y'all think it was something off the field or on the field? Cause I seem like he was doing fine on the field. So I'm thinking, what, off the field maybe?
Good question.
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all remember Malcolm Butler?
Oh yeah.
Talking about the corner.
Yeah, we still don't know what the hell happened to Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl.
I would love to know.
Like, so these coaches are just like Belichick and McVay, they traditionalists. And don't forget Kyle Shanahan. Because Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse with Kyle Shanahan.
Right. Sean Payton like that too. He put you in the doghouse.
How you get in the doghouse when you are a dog? You know, these players are going into the doghouse to be really good players. So, because they want to do
what they want to do.
Yeah, that's it.
Want to do what they want to do. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's our game picks. Everybody took the Rams. I want to take the Bengals, but like I said, they scared me a little bit.
Yeah, that's a scary game.
All right. It's time for fan posts. All right. Question from the chat. We had somebody from Facebook send me a message from J Dub. He said, will Dion and them boys take down Oregon this Saturday? I'll let RC take a chance at this.
Well, if this was Chip Kelly's Oregon Ducks, I would say hell no. Prime and get the brakes beat off of them. But these Ducks aren't respected in college football. No one fears them. Everybody right now is undefeated. They got a guy playing quarterback for them that should have been out of college 3 years ago, and Bo Nix, he should have been gone out of school. So that means they do have a veteran-led quarterback who know how to make plays. But I think Dion is doing this major turnaround with transfers, and these guys are believing, and they actually competing at a high level. So anything can happen. It's going to be a real good game, competitive game, maybe a shootout, but I think they can do it. I mean, I didn't think they could beat TCU week 1. I knew the game would be close. I actually picked them, but some shit you just do until you see it happen. And so this game is the same way. I'm going to pick them until I see them lose. Yeah.
What about you, Flowers? Who you riding with?
I tell you what, I just picking it outright. I just don't know if I want to go with Colorado this week. I would think Oregon would win. Now, saying they're gonna win by 21 is ridiculous.
Ridiculous, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game. The only reason I would say Oregon would win is, like I was telling RC at the beginning of the year, the offensive and defensive lines, and we seen it last week with Colorado State. And Dion will fix it. He'll fix it in the offseason. He'll get better offensive and defensive linemen. But if Oregon's smart, they just run it at them. You know, Bo Nix plays well at home. If this was in Colorado, I feel more confident going Colorado outright. But Dion and the team does have a lot of ammunition this week. You know, I say 21.5-point underdogs, and so we'll see what goes on. But I would slightly lean Oregon's way. But if I was a gambling man, I'd play the 21.5 Colorado's way.
All right. I feel like it's gonna be a good game. I'll definitely be tuning in. What time is the game? I know.
2:30, I think.
Okay, I'll be home just
Our
in
time.
time. Just in time. All right. That was a question from the chat. Remember, guys, we're doing fan polls, so continue to send your questions in. It's gonna be every Friday. And like I said, if y'all want to ask a question on the show, just put it down in the chat and I'll let y'all come on and ask the question. All right, we are brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Football is upon us. It's time to win some money. Time to go home, go big or go home. So use Bet Us and place your bets, win some money. And yeah, it's time to win. Time is now. Flowers, do you have a pick of the day? Any game, anything you think you like?
A lot of college games tomorrow. I can't really think of any of the top of the head, but of course, I'm comfortable enough to say the Colorado plus 21.5. I gotta see Oregon cover that hill. They went to Texas Tech and won by a touchdown. Texas Tech is not that good. So I'm just feeling Colorado that plus 21.5. Oh, I give you another one. I think Ole Miss can beat Alabama tomorrow. Now, I don't know
I did
if I would
see
pick
that.
them out route. Go ahead.
Was it Ole Miss or Mississippi State?
No, it's Ole Miss. It's Ole Miss and Bama tomorrow. They have Alabama like a 7.5, 8.5 point favorite. That is too damn high for Alabama.
Yeah. Ole Miss gonna score on them. Easy.
Ole Miss is gonna score.
That's gonna be a good game.
I would definitely take that. They got Ole Miss 8.5 plus 8.5. If you can get that up to 8.5, 9, take it.
Will do. All right, guys. We got the highlight of the day before we end the show. Let me see, can I pull it up real quick? Oh, no, that's not it. Here it is. It's your boy Marshawn.
Right. What was your what were yours? Right. What was your
my superstition was that I needed to have maybe a shot and a half before every game.
Of
Hennessy. What you mean?
I was thinking, yeah, Gatorade. Toradol. I don't know what I was thinking.
Hell no.
And there's a bar right there in the locker room in Seattle. Schneider and Pete Carroll.
My backpack.
Got it. The backpack.
Oh man, what a teammate!
I love that dude.
Marshall's a trip, man.
I think he'd be putting on for the camera, but I do think he really took shots before the game. I mean, you think about
I can understand why.
I knew somebody. I knew a few people that I actually played with that took a shot or two, some gin or some brown before a game.
Yeah,
I can understand why.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a good idea because I know before I played a game, I mean, I had a jitters. I couldn't sit down. I'll think about the game, just walking back and forth. I was hype, getting ready, and it had a pregame jitters. I hated it, so that's why I think I'm like that's a pretty solid idea. Take a shot or something, to get
and
that
out. Go out there, leave your, especially he didn't hit every play when he touched the ball. So
he don't feel it if he look at this, he might not feel
he said 2.5 shots. Now he's doing like 3 shots, 4 shots. So Hennessy. So yeah, that's actually a good idea, guys. All right, we'll be back. We might be back Monday or Tuesday. All depends on my son's football game. So, anything else y'all want to bring up before we end the show?
So we win some money this week. Any and everybody that's out there.
Yeah,
I have 2 more teams playing right now. Well, I got Florida State tomorrow, and I have Air Force tonight. So we're gonna see how it go. It's just a little something just to get me going. It's $2 bet worth $81. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, let's make sure we talk before these games Sunday. So make sure we on the same path with these tickets. I think we need to have a conversation.
Yeah, especially with NFL, most definitely. Cause I think I did like 3 or 4 cards, but the Chargers screwed me.
We've all been just one off, and I think if we can just combine our minds and just have a conversation about it, I think we can do something.
Yeah. All right, we can call each other Saturday evening. three-way and go ahead and talk about it before we place that bet.
Okay.
All right, Sunday.
Like I say, just in the chat, just text it up. No problem.
All right, sounds good to me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Show. Make sure. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. So go ahead and do that for us if you're new to the show. And we'll see y'all Monday or Tuesday. Stay posted on that on our social media sites. We are out of here.
Peace and love.
All right.